Hello, hello, happy New Year's. I am back and better. I've been gone for a long time. I know I've been going through so much, and with due time, I will tell you guys what happened and give you more details. But today I want to talk about something that's a little personal because I have decided to become an advocate for depression because I suffer from depression. Now, I have a few points written down, but I'm going to break them down as easy as possible. I'm talking to you guys as an African person and as an African person living in an American world. Okay, first of all, depression is not, you don't choose to be depressed. You don't get up one day and say, I feel like I'm going to be depressed. No, it just comes about. It can be in your genes. It can be that something happened in your life to trigger this sadness and confuse your brain because it's a neurological disease. Your brain tells yourself that you're really sad and you need to be sad. And in some cases, or in most cases, your brain and your mind work together to make you feel like dying is the best solution. So, I was diagnosed with depression. I didn't want to believe I had depression. I was like, who, me? Never. What's depression? You got jokes. But it was a serious disease. So the first thing you got to understand is depression is an illness. It's not witchcraft. It's not a curse. It's not something that somebody threw on you. It's not none of that nonsense. I'm African. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all get it. Depression is an illness. It's not contagious. Like if you sit around a depressed person, you're gonna catch it. It's not. It all happens in your mind. So you gotta understand that depression is an illness, not a curse, not no witchcraft, not no magical nonsense. It is a disease. It's an illness. Number two, you gotta accept that you have depression, because half of the first step to recovery is acknowledging that you're sick. If you keep telling yourself that, oh, I'm not sick, I'm fine, oh, I'm not sick, until you come to the point where you accept that you're sick, you're never going to get better. Believe me, I thought I could do it on my own. I'm going to work out, I'm going to run, I'm going to do this. I got to a point where I almost killed myself. I'm a strong person. I sit here and I motivate people, but when it came time to save myself from this horrible thing, I couldn't. I gave up. I was ready to kill myself. I tried to kill myself, and then I was put in a hospital. So you got to accept it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to be like, oh, cool, I had depression. No, nobody's telling you to like it. But you got to accept it. You have to come to realization that you are exactly where you're supposed to be in your life. It's nobody's fault. Don't stop blaming people. It's not your brother who hit you when you were little. It's not because your dad used to cheat on your mom. It has nothing to do. It happens. Okay? You're depressed. Accept it. You don't have to like it, but accept it. The more you fight and struggle with it, the more you're just sitting in it and getting deeper and deeper in it. The third thing, you gotta seek help. Inform people. Tell your family that, hey, I've been sad for a long time. And coming from an African family, they will tell you, oh, man, snap out of it, man. There's nothing going on. Just wake up. Just wake up. You don't want to go to work. You just want to be lazy. You just want to do anything. No. See, you have to, at this point, after you have accepted that you're a depressed person, you have to protect yourself mentally. What do I mean by that? If you go to somebody and they're telling you to snap out of it and all that, it's because they don't understand that you have a sickness. Walk away from the person. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to punch them. Just walk away. Because the more negativity you add on your head, it's just drowning you. You're already unable to get out of bed or even talk to people. You're isolating yourself and all that. Just don't do that. Don't talk to people who have negative things to say, because that's what happened to me. My family did not understand and still does not understand that I have a disease. They think I'm doing it intentionally. They think that I can snap out of it. They think that I can wake up one morning and I'm gone. It's a disease. I'm sick. If you have depression, you're sick. So you got to surround yourself with people that understand the disease. People that will help you. You cannot use depression as an excuse, but you can use it as an explanation. So you got to look for help. Go get a therapist. And I understand that in the black community, African American and African people, we don't believe in therapy. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. If you want to back to your routine, your normal life, you gotta do what you gotta do. And sometimes what you gotta do is go to a therapist and go talk to them and say, hey, something is going on with me. You're most likely going to see a psychiatrist. You cannot. I don't know people who have healed from depression without medication. I know I was opposed to medication for over a year. And then I decided that when I almost killed myself, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to try medications. And I'm going better every single day. So you got to seek help. You got to see a counselor, a therapist, a psychiatrist. At your school, if you go to school and college, there's school counselors. Get some help. I don't care if you have to scream on top of the roof, call 911, whatever you got to do, get help. Don't care about what people are going to say. Oh, you're seeing a psychiatrist, you crazy. No, you're trying to save you. Because everybody else is busy doing them. You got to save yourself so that you can fulfill your purpose on earth. So forget about being ashamed, your pride, your ego. Forget all that. This is your life. God gave it to you for free. It's your job to maintain it at the best you can. So seek help. Number 4, you got to be patient. God did not create me with patience. That's one thing he didn't put in me. So it was really hard for me looking at myself as a strong person, as a motivator, as a life coach. And now I'm sitting here and I can't help myself. It was hard. You got to be patient. You got to tell yourself, okay, this is a sickness. Like there is a quote in French that says that the sickness comes to you like running as a horse and leaves at little turtle steps. So it's going to come quick and drown you. But for you to get better, it's going to take a minute. You got to work through it. You got to work. There are days where you're going to sink back. You're going to back up. You're going to walk forward and backwards. It's okay. Trust the process. You got to be patient with yourself. You're not going to get over depression in 1 week or in 2 weeks. It's going to take months for you to start seeing results. Believe me. So you got to take your time. Take one day at a time. Because that's all you got. You can't plan 5 years from now. Oh, 5 years from now, I'm going to be good from depression. No, you don't know that. And when you set all these huge, unrealistic goals, that's when you fail and you get let down and you get back in depression. So you got to take it one day at a time. Please be patient. Getting out of bed in the morning is the hardest thing ever for me now. So I set myself a daily goal or a daily motivation. What is your motivation? Why do you want to stay alive? What is one thing that when you think about, you're going to get out of bed? Whether it could be your nieces, it could be your child, it could be your best friend, it could be your fiance, it could be your husband, it could be your career, it could be your country, it could be whatever it is. Even if it's your teddy bear, hang on to that and tell yourself, I got to get up for this one thing. If I don't get up for anything else, I gotta get up for this one. So you gotta give yourself time. Find it. And don't grab onto little things like, oh, I gotta get up for my glasses. That really, seriously. So find something that motivates you. For me, it's finding a place and moving in with my fiance. So every morning when I don't want to get up, I tell myself, if you don't get up, if you don't make money, you're never going to leave with him. So I get up and then I find a way to make money. And, and I'm back doing videos now. So I have enough motivation to motivate you guys. Last but not least, get social support. Inform yourself. If you can go home and explain to your family what's going on and they understand it, then let them help you. Let them support you. Let them wake you up. Let them try to wake you up. Hey, come on, let's go for a walk. Get all the help you can because right now you're fragile and you need nothing else but love. So if somebody is proposing to give you love, take it. Take it. There's so many people who go through depression alone, and that's why they end up dying. Do not believe the people who tell you, I heard about this. Don't do that. Because everybody knows everything, but nobody knows nothing. Go to a doctor. Research online on medical websites what's going on with you, how you can improve yourself. Print out pages, put them all over your wall in your room if you want to. Put quotes if you want. Hey, good morning, you gotta wake up, you're a beautiful person, smile, you're okay. Put it all over your house if you want. Do what you gotta do to help yourself. Because believe me, your parents love you, but they're not gonna die if you die. They're not. You gotta believe that. They're not gonna die if you die. So, the signs of depression, in case you don't know, if you find somebody who is becoming very isolated, they don't hang out with people anymore, they just want to stay at home, they look like they're becoming lazy and they used to be very active, they don't eat or they eat too much, they're starting to do things that are very dangerous, like they want to drive fast and jump off buildings, or something that is life-threatening and doesn't make sense to a healthy person. When you see those signs, they're isolated, they're mad, they want to push everybody off, they don't want to answer the phone, they're always cursing, they're always mad. Anger, fear, anxiety, those are signs of depression. Now, if you have a friend or a family member that has depression, all you can do is try to be supportive. If you don't know what to do, just tell them I love you and I'm right here for you. Don't try to tell them to snap out of it. It's nothing. You can get out of it, because you have not gone through it. You don't know what it is. So how dare you judge something that you have never been through? If you are a depressed person, African or African American or whatever else you are watching this video, there is hope. Seek help. Find somebody. You don't have to tell the whole world that you're going to therapy, but find some help. Find one person that calls you every day to make sure that you didn't shoot yourself last night. Find somebody that calls you every day or texts you every day to make sure that you didn't swallow a cup of pills. You gotta help yourself. And when you feel helpless, ask for help. Ask for help. I have become an advocate for depression, so I will always be open to conversations, to advices, to tips, to kind of fight this disease. If you are going through a depressed moment or going through depression, or you think or believe you're going through depression, I am here for you. I can help you. I can talk to you. I can find resources to help you. Depression is something real. It is deadly. A lot of people lose their life every single day because they don't have knowledge, because they're too proud, because there's nobody around them to help them. This disease will never leave. There's no day that you're going to go to the hospital and you say, oh, you're cured from depression. It never leaves. You just learn how to manage it and be on top of it. There are days when even when you're good, you're going to feel like, Remember, it's a chronic disease. It goes and comes. It gets better and it gets worse. It gets better and it gets worse. That does not mean that you have to live in a hole your whole life. Get out. Get some sunlight on yourself. Talk to people. Wave at little kids. Smile with the dogs. Touch the puppies. Whatever it is. Get yourself some help, because your life is valuable. There is a reason why God sent you to earth. And if you haven't found out why yet, please don't leave the earth before you do. This is Estelle. I love you. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know what you thought about the video. Love you.